Hey guys, it's Merkle. Welcome back to my NR 2003 series at EWRL and all my friends who are in it. The 25 driver field. Dan won last week. We have 4 different winners now. Yeah, sorry, I gotta go back to this. We got 4 different winners now. We'll go back to the standings. Tristan's leading the points with his win. And he's got the most top 5s, that's why he's there. Larry also has a win. 3 top 10s still. Ben has his win, 3 top 10s, and Dan, who has his win, is 8th in points. 2 top 10s, 2 top 5s. For everybody else, you can see, we'll go down. The unlucky people, or anyone that has really, like, Troy, I feel bad for him. He's 37 points behind 24th. That's just a shit gap from last. Like, feel bad for him. Your pole sitters, Landon, 19th in points for the one race, and then your other pole sitter, who's had 3 poles now, is 11th. We're gonna get here into Darlington though. Continue. Alright, let's go accelerate there.
Drivers, to your cars.
Okay, I don't know what to do. It keeps giving David the pole. So
Drivers, to your cars.
that's ass. But as you see, here's where everybody else starts. And we'll go through the field while it, does that. Let's go to the 1 curve. Alright, there we go. We'll go through the field. David starts first for the 4th time. Cal starts second. Oops. Adam starts third. Dan starts 4th. Malenko 6th. Ben 5th. Landon 8th. Devin 7th. Tristan 10th it was. Larry 9th. Brandon 11th. Merkle 12th. Luis 13th. Nathan 14th. 16th for Dustin. 15th for Elijah. Josh starts. I forgot where I'm at. Then Josh. Then you have Troy, who's not starting last. Zach. Jacob. Cody. John. Emerson again starts in the back. Dylan from the rear. And Randy also starts P25 in the race. Because we're going to have 147 laps here at Darlington. And the pace car is a Dodge. As we're going to go back to TV camera 1. Actually, let's go back real quick. And just look at the qualifying. It was close again. 4, 5, 6. And then you have 7 down here. So everybody's pretty fast. So we got 100. Alright. No, not drive. Oh, that would have screwed it. That was close to screwing it up, but whatever. Can I move this? Nope. Alright, Darlington here. I don't know. I haven't done it on this game yet. So hopefully it doesn't screw up when you go through it.
Drivers, start your engines!
That sounds retarded. As we get ready for them to roll off a pit road here. David trying to get his first win. Cal came close at Vegas, I think, with the side-by-side finish. Or was it last week at Atlanta with Dan? No, it was Vegas. Whoever got the win there, he was side-by-side with them. Kyle came really, really close to getting his first win, but choked it. Adam's been up here every race too. Same with the 17 of Ben. Malenko up here again. Hopefully he doesn't get wrecked by Dan again. The 24. Malenko on the 12. One of the two Dodges in here. No Fords and I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no Fords in the top 10. Your first one is Nathan. Your other Dodge right there is Luis. And it's all Chevy, Ford, and Toyota for the rest of the cars. 2 Dodges. Don't know how many Fords, but there's a decent amount. Alright, David. Gonna take us to the green here. 147 laps here at Darlington. And we are green. David takes the lead. Adam's down in the second now. Ben into third. Devin, who's also going to try to have a good run for once, is down in P4 on the bottom. As we're going to go through the pack, make sure everything's good. I don't know how the AIs are here on this track. Haven't actually done a race here before for me. As David is taking the lead here. Actually, can he actually win from the pole? Nobody has done that yet. He could be the first one and his 4th pole of the season. As we go back through the pack, make sure everybody's good. Nobody's hit the wall. Cody last. David's still in first. Nobody able to get around him yet. As we're gonna go up on the leaderboard. Adam getting passed by Ben, who's now in the second. Dominating this season laps led wise. Landon looks to be falling back. Will anybody be able to make a move on David for the win? Or not for the win, for the lead, sorry. As Devin's going to be the highest I think he's been all season, other than a couple laps led. Will he be able to get P2 here from Ben? As long as they don't go 3 wide at all, they'll be okay. I'm pretty sure on this track. Ooh, the 95 went really high there. Ben came close to hitting the wall. And at 17, he's getting pushed back now. As the top 5 are Chevys. Dominating this field right now. Kyle pushes his teammate up to go in the second. He's trying to redeem himself and get a win here this week at Darlington. So double foul through a lot of the pack. Landon seems to keep on falling back in this 48. Not having a good day so far, even though we're landing that 5. Brandon up in the top 5 right now. Will Kyle be able to get around David here? So we're going to go on board with him. And he does. He dives down to the inside of him. For the lead. Kyle diving down to the inside. Going to get it off of 4. And he does. David's not going to fall back. Probably until he can get down onto the inside lane. Along with Adam, who got shoved to the high side. Yeah, they both did, and they're both gonna fall back now. Luis and that Dodge down there on the bottom. Moving up. Malenko started, what, 4th? Still, he's down to P14 now. I don't know if the one hit the wall or not there, but he may have come close. Doesn't look like he hit the wall, so he should be okay. Zach is for some reason way in the back. Slow today, along with Landon, unless they both hit the wall or something. And Ben is almost nearly all the way to the back. Emerson moving up from starting in the back. Who started last? Oh, Randy. He's still working his way through the field in the 41. Kyle to the lead still. As Brandon second, Devin third. We got basically a new third, fourth, and fifth. Or second, third, fourth this race. Luis is up here at this track at Darlington. Brandon just got passed, got shoved to the high side. Will he be able to get down to the inside lane? Doesn't look like he will. Luis is going to move up to third here as Kyle starts to pull away. So we do have some double file back here. Your pole sitter has dropped to P11 as of right now. As we go through the back of the pack. A lot of double file, and your most dominant car is second to last as the 18 is all the way in the back. Brandon somehow got back down to the inside, is now going down to the inside of Devin for P2. We're going to look at the fastest lap now. Dan in the 24, Malenko in the 12, and Dylan in the 20 are on the top three. Then John and Troy, top 5 fastest cars of the race so far. As we're going to go through the field on lap 20. As we look and see what's going up here. And Troy actually having a good run here. Inserting himself into P4 now. P5 actually, sorry. Actually not having a horrible run for once. As Luis is diving it down to the inside of Kyle, or inside of Brandon here for P2. Trying to get a certain Dodge having a good run this week. He's hoping Malenko can help him because they're both Dodges. I'm just gonna put them as teammates because they're the only 2 Dodges in the field. Luis trying to catch Kyle, who's led I think the most laps now over David. But Larry coming down to the inside, who's also had just a good season overall, along with the 40 and 17. As they're the top 3 in points. Larry still going to continue that, it looks like. As they're going through the back of the pack again. Looks like the 18's not last no more. It's down to the 2 again in Nathan for some reason. Troy, though, is up into P3. I'm not sure when we're going to see pit stops, but I assume maybe like 20, 25, 30. Depending on how many laps of field they can go. Malenko though in P7. Kyle still leading this race as Troy is going back to P2 here around Larry. Malenko up into the 4th position now after getting wrecked the last couple weeks. He's looking for redemption to get himself a top 5 here. As Elijah now is in the P2 around Troy. All 3 of these guys have not had good weeks in the last couple weeks as Kyle is starting to pull away in the 9 car. If they all keep battling, they will not get to that 9. As they're all double file here still. The 18 is back to last, sadly. Malenko diving down to the inside of Elijah. He's coming here for P2 right now. Devin has dropped all the way back. Looks like Dylan's actually last now. Malenko, will he be able to get around the 9? Whereas the 27 again gonna go side by side with him. Both Dodges though are second and third, having good runs together. Oh, Dan's working his way back up here too now. As Kyle still leads this race. Will he choke again this week though? He's led the most laps today. Markle is working his way up into the top 5, I think that is. Yeah, it looks like the top 5. Dan Jacob up into P2 out of nowhere though too. Dan into P3 trying to get back to or trying to get back-to-back wins, I think. They're still got like a whole pack here, which is weird. I think Larry just hit the wall. Let's see if we can get a look on the side of the car on the TV camera. I don't know. I think it's a little bit indented. I think he did hit the wall. He almost does again. As right now Emerson's back into last, not having a good run again after two or three flips the last couple weeks. Kyle still leading his teammate, chasing him down right now. As Malco, never mind, goes down to the inside of him. Dustin is going to be up to P3 along with his teammate in the 4. Malco into P2, trying to close the gap to Kyle. David now has the fastest time of the race, with Luis in the 27 and then Dan in the 24. And then John in the 22, Brandon in the 44 are the top 5 fastest cars. Malenko looks to have a faster car than Kyle. He's right on the bumper of him. Will he be able to get around him? Pushes him, and they're both pitting. As Elijah stays out, will be the leader now. Usually the person who stays out the longest seems to take the lead out of nowhere. So we'll keep watching these guys, and whoever stays on the track. We'll stay with them. As Ben takes the lead now. The 17 car. He pits. I think they all pit here. No, they don't. Cody and John stay out. We're gonna watch where Cody comes out. We're gonna watch him through the pit stops. Unless they, one of these two stay out. I think they are the last two to stay out. They both should be pitting this time, and they are. We are going to watch Cody through his pit stop this week. See where he comes out in comparison to like the 17, 14, 4 and that. Or who is the leader, Kyle? Hopefully he comes out close to the lead, or he's going to be disappointed that he choked us away. So we are in lap 24 with these two. There's Malenko getting his lap back. So it might be Malenko racing for the lead. Alright, Cody's coming off of pit road. Where will he come out in comparison to whoever? I think they're going to already pass him. So how long this pit road is. Alright, Cody's coming out. Will Cody be your new leader? I don't think so. The way it's sounding, it sounds like they're there. Oh, Ben! Is Ben again your leader? It looks like he is with Malenko. Malenko diving down to the inside of him though, with Brandon and Jacob there. So your top 4: Malenko, Ben, Brandon, Jacob. P5 is Cody. 6 will be Kyle, who's lost the lead. 7th would be Dustin. 8th would be Devin. 9th would be Emerson. 10th would be Luis. Emerson made up spots too there, so he could be happy with this race as of right now. The 2 actually gained a little bit, looks like, possibly. The 1 majorly just not doing good today. And then we go to 19th, Merkel, 18th. Last is Troy again? No, Adam. Somehow Adam ended up being in the back, and Troy, after being up at the front early, is now down in 24th. But Ben is your leader, with Brandon in 2nd, Jacob 3rd, Malenko 4th, And 5th is Kyle, who is trying to catch back up. But we do have another race winner up here. Ben trying to continue his dominance this season. He is leading more laps again. With pit stops, looks like nobody else is getting faster laps again right now. Your slowest car, it says, is the 88 today. So rip him. Brandon getting passed for second. Jacob is going up to third now with Malenko down in P4. Maybe thinking about making it 3 wide, but he doesn't. He knows that's not a good idea here. As Kyle dives down to the inside of him and gets up within P4. The 88 might have a slow fastest lap, but he is up into P6. As Ben is pulling away here, as they are fighting and battling. Will Malenko be able to catch him? As they are all grouped up now out of nowhere. Malenko might be getting a run here on the 17. He's going to go down to the inside. And does, but doesn't get there. He was too far behind. Tried it, but couldn't get it. Now that it's Kyle diving down into the inside of Malenko, trying to get back up to P2, wants to get up there and fight Ben, who was the leader early on. Let's see if he will be able to do it. Will Kyle be able to get around him? Kyle does dive down to the inside of Ben. Gets the run, goes underneath him, and gets the lead. As Brandon's going to get underneath Ben too. As we're going to take a look through the field here. Emerson's working his way up into P5, now P4. Luis working up his way back to P5. Ben dropping like a rock, same with Malenko in the 12, both dropping. And then we have a small pack back here, all the way to 22nd. Adam, for some reason, is slow again this week. I think it happened last week. He hit the wall once and boom, now he's last. Only 163, 4, 5. It's only going 166. Let's see what Kyle hits this time in the straightaway. Yeah, he's getting over 170. That straightaway. 173 into the turn. As his teammates in second now. Devin. Yeah, they're coming out the turn way faster, so the 19 has a problem. They're going like 180 and everything with the draft and stuff up here with everyone. Yeah, these guys are all fine. But Adam has damage apparently. Only hits 169 down there to that turn. Emerson up to P3. Randy all of a sudden up into P4 with Nathan into P5. David has gotten his way back up into P6. Devin going down to the inside of Kyle for the race lead here. Kyle, who I'm pretty sure still has the most laps led today, is now getting passed again. Was untouchable the first, round before pit stops. First segment, I should say. Randy now up into P2, trying to get underneath Devin. Larry down here too. Is this just pack racing at Darlington? What is on earth? No caution right now. I'm amazed at Darlington that the AIs don't have a problem. Emerson falling back, same with David and Kyle. And Malenko dropped way off. Same with Ben. And we're catching up to Adam here soon. He's 17 seconds off. Devin, your leader. Randy, second. Nathan, third. Larry, fourth, going for third. Fifth is John, going underneath Nathan. Brandon, also getting in the position on him. Same with David. Eighth is Elijah. Ninth, Dustin. 10th, Cody. Kyle is 11th. 12th, Luis. 13th, Malenko. 14th, Josh. 15th, Emerson. 16th, Dan. Or Ben, sorry. Jacob, 17th. 18th, Landon. 19th, Dan. 20th, Tristan. 21st, Dylan. 22nd, Troy. And then, you know, the rest. Poor Adam. Larry getting shoved to the high side now as the 88 of Devin is pulling away. John now all the way up to P2. Having a good run also after not having some good runs. Both these top three have not had good runs the last couple weeks, and this might help them move up a little bit in points if they can stay here for this race. It all depends on when they pit, because they pit 24, so it's anywhere from here to 48 they will be pitting. And we're going to be hitting Adam soon. He's 19 seconds back, so I assume we're going to be hitting him soon. Brandon into P2 in that Tide car. Looks like the one almost hit the wall there. You know what else really falling off? Nope, not yet. Brandon takes the lead from the 88 out of nowhere. Devin's gonna fall way back now. Look at the fastest lap, the 22 and the 44. So these two seem to have the fastest laps now after pit stops and everything. The top 5 fastest cars: John, Brandon, Larry, David, and now Luis in 5th on that part of it. Nathan up into P2. Elijah 4th. These three, Dustin 4th. Yeah, Randy 5th. Sorry, hiccups. Brandon gets past for the lead from Nathan. Nathan now trying to hold it up there. Will he be able to? I have no clue if he's going to be able to. Brandon came close to hitting the wall there. I think Kyle did too. Back here in the 9 car. Oh, we have pit stops, the 88. We're going to watch Nathan and see if he pits soon. Pit stops coming around here. I assume Ben in 17 will probably stay out the longest again, because that's what happened last time. I thought we would have lapped Adam by now, but I guess not. Dustin stays out. We're going to stay with him. Looks like the 41 of Randy also stays out. And a couple others. And they are catching up to him. Malenka stayed out. Randy, Brandon, Elijah. As Randy dives down to the inside here. Oh, Dustin almost got turned. Some others did stay out still. Cody stays out again with John and Josh. And then some of the back guys do too. Looked like Troy, Dan, and Dylan all stayed out also. So we're going to watch Cody here. See how far he goes. Along with Elijah, who also stayed out still. Elijah pits, Cody stays out. Shit. Wait. They're all pitting. So Cody's the last one again. Damn it, where's Cody? There we go. We're going to watch Cody through his pit stop again as he's the last one to pit. As they're coming to lap 49 when Cody pits this time. He's made it 24 laps each time so far. So if it goes green to the end and it comes to fuel, looks like Cody has it fuel-wise. Where does he come out in comparison to the 4 or any of those guys that says they're the top 10? There they go around. Looks like Malincro lost a shit ton of spots. The 19 is a lap down, however. Cody coming off a pit road. Will they come out in comparison to him? There's the 19 of Adam. Actually keeps his lead lap. For now. Cody coming off a pit road. Sounds like they're coming into 1 and 2 now. Who's going to get around him? Looks like Devin in the 88. Randy, Emerson. Devin, Randy, Emerson, Dustin, Nathan, John, David, Kyle is still in the top 10. Cody drops to what, 11th I think it is? So we'll look out and see what it is this time when they hit the line. It looks like Cody's 9th. So Elijah's 10th. 11th, Luis. The 44 and the 3 dropped majorly. 14th and 13th. Larry's 15th. Zach's 16th. 17th is Ben. Dan is 18th. Troy is still not having a good run. His car is not having a good year. Dylan also not really having a good time. Malenko's down here in 21st. Markle not having a good run either. Landon in 23rd. 24 Tristan and poor Adam. For some reason not having a fast car. As we're watching Devin leading more laps here again. Kyle's working his way back up here. Trying to get back to the lead and lead some more laps. How far is the 19? Going to 3 and 4 now. We're on the backstretch. Alright, so we will be catching him. The 2 diving down to the inside of inside of Devin. Sorry. David the 1. Nathan trying to get the position here with help with his teammate behind him. In the 2 car, doesn't, in the 22. Doesn't look like he's going to get there. He might this time. The Highline's working for the 88, but it looks like the 9 is going to help the 2 around his teammate. And he does. He gets around the 88. Emerson now back from P4. Cody into P5. As Devin's going to get shoved to the high side and they're going to lose positions here. Kyle now to the inside of his teammate. Emerson somehow got shoved up to the high side. I think Cody went underneath him. Kyle now, will he be able to get around Nathan for the lead? And then we'll go through the back of the pack. Kyle does dive down to the inside of Nathan here in the 3 and 4. Gets to the lead with Cody following suit right behind him with David back into P4. Elijah going to be back in P5 here around Devin. Emerson falling back probably to the outside of the top 10. Same with Devin in the 88. Surprised we had this many cars still in contention. Really, the top 13 are in contention, 14 are in contention. These guys are, you know, decently far back. Yeah, like 4 seconds back. And then you have these 2 6 seconds back. And Adam, who we're going to lap soon. And Kyle, still in the lead. Fastest lap 22:44:0. John, Brandon, Larry, Tristan, and David in the one. As Kyle's not even top 10 in speed of fastest laps. He's got that long run though. Well, that's why he's in the lead right now. We have a lot of the top 10 switching positions here. Kyle is pulling away a bit. Luis back on P3, John into P4. Jacob into P5 right now. And there's double file back here. A lot of cars. Dan is trying to get his way back up with Troy. Markle passing Malenko as they have a huge pack in the back. And we're almost to Adam. We're in the same tournament as him now. So we'll watch Kyle as we catch up to the 19 car of Adam. Well, hopefully he doesn't affect or cause a wreck. It's been a clean race so far. Ooh, 4 came close to hitting the wall there. I think we're separating into a couple more packs now. Possibly, maybe not. Luis trying to get up here to take the lead and lead some laps. As you can hear, the 19 is very slowly catching up to him. Will Kyle get held up by the 19 when we get there? Kyle, though, pulling away. Luis got shoved to the outside there, it looked like. Adam's only right there. Markle, Troy has dropped all the way back to 24th now. Rip him, and there's the 19 as they are catching him. How will they get around him? I mean, the 19 doesn't look too slow. I mean, he is going to hold whoever up here. Looks like he's going to hold up Kyle. But Kyle's going to dive down to the inside of him. Maybe Adam just lost the draft. I think that's what happened. So we're looking to the back of the pack here. Nah, Adam's definitely slow. Look how slow he's falling back. Kyle still your leader. John second. Josh third. David fourth. And the 14 would be fifth right now. For Dustin. Too many D and J names. Josh in the second now with David in third. Will these two be able to catch Kyle and get around him as nobody else has been able to? Kyle has that long run car and seems to keep getting to the lead every time before pit stops. This might be Kyle's race to win. Or to lose. For how much he's been leading. As we are on lap 66 of 147 here. As we basically have two distinct packs. 15th on back And then 14th on up. It's Kyle pulling away again as David is now into P2 with Josh possibly going to be falling back to... No, he's not. He's going to stay there in third. Dustin in fourth. Brandon in fifth. Cody now falling back. Adam does seem to have speed. He just lost the pack, so unlucky for him, man. The 88's pitting. So pit stops have started again. We're going to keep watching the front of the pack. David all of a sudden gets around Kyle. And I missed it. Oh well, I guess Kyle gets pushed to the high side. You know, he fell off right here at the end. Nothing's changed with fastest lap. Will David be pitting this time by? And he is. The 95 stays out. Josh stays out. Same with Dustin, Brandon, Kyle. As we watch that 43 who is in 7th. Will he stay out again? And he does so far, from what I can tell. Josh is not coming in this time. I don't know if the 43 pit this time. No, he didn't. He's still up here. I think. Josh, will he pit this time by? With the 14 to Dustin too, maybe. I hear these two come down in the pit road. And Cody gets spun. And Troy hits him. Same with Malenko. Dylan. Oh no, I think that brings out a caution. And it does. Alright, we're gonna go back to Troy here and see what happened. Oop. Where's Cody? There's Cody. It happened with him. So let's see what happened here. Following Cody. He's side by side with John here. Just squeezes John to the outside. When that happens, let's see Troy. Troy in the 11. Doesn't see Cody and just hits him. Cody's car comes down a little bit. Dan gets a little bit of it. And I think that was Malenko who just hit him. Yeah, Malenko just hit him. Just gets unlucky and hits Troy. Dan got a little bit of that too, but we'll go to Dylan, who was also involved in it. Cody got spun. Cody comes down a bit in front of Troy. Troy smacks him. Dylan hits him right there. And I think we'll go to Dan, who I think did get hit a bit. Right here, maybe. I don't think he got damaged, but was anybody else behind these guys? No, I don't think anybody else got involved. Maybe David. I know Troy was gone. We're back to live here. I don't know what's going on here. I think they're all just trying to get in position. I don't know how many lap down. And it could trap some people laps down here. Might be unlucky for some people. It would suck majorly. Cody is out of the race. Troy's out of the race. This might be a wreckfest now here to the end. His caution lights are still on here. Well, that is not the right leaderboard right now. I'm pretty sure. Unless these guys are all almost a lap down, which I think it is. So that might be the right leaderboard. So, Laura, your leader, I think, is Kyle still down here. With everybody in front of him, possibly a lap down. The only one that I'm pretty sure is for sure a lap down is Adam. As we wait to see what happens. Unless they're going to let all these lap cars go by. What a race, though, so far. It was pretty good until just now. So, let's see who's going to have major damage out of that. I know Cody and... Lord almighty. So, for some reason, these guys are all behind Kyle. Or in front of Kyle, but, you know, way behind. Tristan all of a second. You got 3 of your winners, second, third, and fourth. How lucky do the 40, 17, and 24 have to be just to be up here now? Fifth is Luis, sixth Dylan, seventh is Brandon, Merkel's eighth, ninth John, Dustin 10th, 11th Elijah, 12th Josh, Malco 13th, and then Jacob is 14th, 15th is Dustin, 16th Randy, 17th is Emerson, got unlucky again, Nathan 18th, 19th Zach, your other winner Larry 20th, 21st Landon, Devin is 22nd, and I think the other ones, yeah, Adam is 23rd, then Troy and Cody are out. So, rip. Rip Troy again. Gonna lose more points. As we're gonna watch the leader here, Kyle, actually. And I think, what was it, Dylan in the 20? Somehow P6, but it's probably going to be super slow. Yeah, he's slow. As we watch Kyle here. Because he is the leader. Emerson is got pushed up to the high side. He's falling back. Dylan's slow back there in that 20 car. He has that damage on it. Kyle just working his way through the field still, somehow lucky to get his lead back. Ben got pushed up to the outside. Emerson's now going to be an official lap down. Because he got screwed over by the game. Sim, I should say. As we are still green here. Kyle now gets shoved to the outside. And Tristan's going to take the lead here. But Dan right behind him. I think we might get a first two-time winner here this year. Got two of them up here. As they're trying to get around all the lap cars right now. This just shuffles the field majorly. Dan should go to the inside, but he's... There it goes. He went back to the inside now. He needs to stay with Tristan. It's Luis in P3, Brandon P4, Dustin P5, Kyle's back to 6th, Josh 7th, John 8th, Merkel's 9th, and Elijah down there in 10th, the 4 car. Tristan trying to, maneuver the lap traffic here. They're doing a pretty good job of it. No fastest laps changed. Dan might get underneath Tristan here, and he doesn't. These two are making quick work of everybody else. As Luis in third, I think, just got put to the high side, and he looks to be. As Tristan and Dan working their way through all the lap cars. As Malenko, all of a sudden in front of these guys, I think he's super slow because of damage. At least he's still in the race, but he has major damage here. Holding up Devin, Tristan dies down to the inside. Dan's going to get held up majorly. Because the whole top lane is getting held up. Tristan's going to get a major lead here over Markle, who I think is now taking up to P2. Or Luis, I think, is P2 now. They're watching everybody go around Malenko, who has major damage. Still holding up Dan. Dan's gonna get sent back. And I mean back. As we're gonna go through the field. I mean, Dylan's even faster than Malenko. Luis down to the inside of Tristan now for the lead. He's trying to get Dodge their first win of the year. Markle's 1.3 behind. In third, Ben's in fourth, Elijah fifth. It's just everybody got spread out because of the slow cars. And just because of the randomness of when that caution came during pit stops, put people right in front of the leader, and now a bunch of them are lapped down. So Luis is your leader. Markle has caught his way back up with Ben, so it might be a 4-car race. For the 27, 40, 42, and 17 here. Tristan now down to the inside of Luis here for the race lead. He is going to get there. Because we do still have a little while to go in this race. I think Luis might have hit the wall there. Merkel is now into P2, Ben into P3, Luis 4th. we're gonna go through. See how everything is going back here. Everyone seems to have gotten around Malenko. Who's only going 146. Markle now into the inside of Tristan for the race lead here. Ben going to the inside. Also, he's going to get up to P2. So it's between Markle and Ben now, as the other two got shuffled to the high lane. Ben trying to look underneath Markle there in 3 and 4, I think we were in. We're on lap 90. So I think we got like 53 to go. Markle now getting passed by Ben for the race lead here. Down to the inside he's going. Markle gets shoved to the outside. Ben's going to have a major lead here. I think we're getting close to pit stops too. I don't know what happened to Kyle. He did lead after the caution, but he's down to P11. A lot of people might be able to get, past Dylan if they catch him. And there's Malenko again. So we're going to watch him as everybody tries to get around him. Ben gets around easy. Markle needs to get to the bottom, or he's going to get trapped and pushed all the way back. Same with Tristan. It looks like that's what's going to happen to those two. Luis is going to take P2 here. Markle dives down into pit road. Looks like they all pit. Ben stayed out. Whoever stays out the longest, I'm pretty sure is going to get the lead. More than likely, or at least make up time. Oh, there's a wreck. Tristan. Does that bring out a caution? No, it doesn't, but we're going to go see what happened to Tristan here. There's no wreck or caution, but we're going to see what happened here. Looks like he just got pushed up into the wall by the 88. Or just hit the wall because of Malenko being in front of him. And the 4 hits him. There it is. So the 4 might hit damage. Tristan got screwed out of it. There's no caution. Trying to see. The 95 just pit, so we'll follow him. Who's the last one to stay out, looks like, leader-wise. Luis, I think, though, might be the leader, depending on where him and Ben are compared to each other. Pit stops on lap 95 here. Alright, here comes Josh off of pit road. Side by side with Dan. So who's gonna be the leader? Somebody's coming around the outside of these guys here right now, I think. It might be Josh and Dan. Oh, there's caution. A 4 car? Question mark? Was it him? Oh. Oh! There's Ben. Ben and Emerson. Oh, Emerson again. Oh. I blame Ben. Ben just, trying to come back up onto the track. He's got major damage. What happens here? Luis gets just by. Oh, Landon pounds into him. Merkel gets around it, and the 4 hits him. The 2, the 44, and Landon goes up and over thanks to Kyle. Alright, we're gonna go to Kyle here, if I can find him. We're gonna go on board with him. Alright, we're gonna go on board with Kyle and Landon, and then that's it. So he's just gonna ass pack Landon here, because I can't see him. Oh, he got hit right down into him. And just got flipped. No, we'll pause that. Go to Landon. There's Landon. And then we'll go on with Ben too. Alright, we're gonna actually helicopter this for Landon. Boom. And it gets hit by the 2 and then Kyle. Right into him. And then we'll go on board with Ben. You know who's the cause of this thing. Boom, right into the wall. Here comes the 48. Boom. 22, I think. 4. 44. Major damage for all of them. Looks like your leader is Dustin. Or no, Josh in the 95. Josh in the 95. Dan in the 24. Second. Third is the 14. The 40 is fourth, and the idiot's fifth. It's gonna be a 2-car race between the 95 and 24. Oh my god. Pit stops again create commotion. Another flip too. The only full green race we ever had has been Daytona so far. And we're gonna stay with Josh, who is your leader this time. And the only other one that really can beat him, it looks like, is Dan. This race is kind of weird. And out of the race, you got John, Ben, Kyle, Landon, Troy, Cody, and Brandon the 44, who's going to lose 13th to like 3 people now. Adam, who was last for most of this race, is now P14 thanks to all the problems people have had. I'm surprised we don't have double file restarts, but it's like whatever, I guess. We still... Yep, still yellow. Oh, there they go. All the lap cars to the inside. The 40, who is 4th, has major damage, we know that. Or he, at least his side when he hit the wall, definitely had damage. The 14 looks fine. A lot of these guys down here are fine. But I don't know. We'll see what happens as the 2 leaders, 95 and 24. We're going to probably have a lot of slow cars. We know Dylan in the 20 down there is slow. I assume some in the back, probably like the 236, are really slow. I know Emerson probably will because of his damage. Like if we look at his car, I think on the other side of it, it has major damage. Malenko we know is really slow too. watch Josh here for the lead. Between him and Dan. It's an unluckiness with stops. So we only have 18 cars running here. 7 out. And only 5 cars really in lead left. Technically 2 because the other 3 are right in front of the leaders. As they watch Dan and Josh here trying to navigate everything that's going on in front of them. You can tell the 20's slow. I think... Not really sure. I'm gonna... Malico and the 4 are really slow. I think everybody else is okay. Dylan, I'm pretty sure he's slow. The 2 leaders are getting shuffled back. One has damage, I think. I think Josh is going to be able to get to the inside here, though. Gets underneath Dylan, who's slow. Dan falls back here. Markle's in the 3rd, 29 seconds back up there in the front. He probably will catch Malenko, though, again, before the next pit stop. That could cause problems again here. Markle got shoved to the outside, and he's going to go a lap down now. Dan trying to keep up with Josh in the 95. I don't really know how to commentate this because the leader's not actually in the front of the pack. Oh, Lord Almighty. Dan's still keeping pace though, so that's good. I do think we'll have at least one more pit stop. It might be 2, but I think it's 1. And depending on that, we might have other winners. So whoever is 3rd, like Tristan for example, he might be able to still win this. Depending on the fuel games that they have going on for the rest of this race. We're going to watch your leader though. Josh. What happened to Dan? Oh, he's back there. So we got 2 really slow cars. Three. I'm gonna count the 2 on that. Luis is probably trying to get down to the inside of Tristan for 3rd. And they're already lapping Adam in the 19. I know, he was already up there. Sorry. Oh, Dan's here. He caught up to 95 with Josh. And the 19 hits the wall. And these 2 leaders are going through the pack. Getting what they can. There's Malenko. And the 4. The 2 leaders got through it and will be able to have a race. As long as Josh and Dan stay together, hopefully we'll have a good race to the end. And Josh needs to get to the inside as they're gonna go around Luis here. Put 5th place lap down. And then we have 4th and 3rd right in front of these two. Josh doesn't pull out. If Josh gets put to the high side, he's gonna fall back and probably be way too far behind Dane. Josh needs to get to the bottom. It looks like he will. Luckily. Still green here. Josh needs to be able to get underneath the 1 and 18 if he can. And Dan's gonna go down to the inside of Josh here. The race lead in the 3 and 4. Doesn't get it though. Josh needs to quit leaving that bottom lane open. It's being way too risky with it. And which one of these two are going to stay out longer? That's going to tell who's going to be the leader. 18's now a lap down. Dan going down to the inside of Josh for the race lead. It's going to put Josh way far back as Dan takes the lead here. Somehow one of the 4 race winners has a chance to win again with only 2 cars really on the lead lap. Or, yeah, 3 cars now. But if he laps that, 1 car. Malenko holding up a shit ton of people still. Dan, your race leader with the 95, still falling back. It's really only 7 cars, I think. Will Josh be able to get back up through these cars to get to Dan? As we watch to see if Dan pits anytime soon. Which I assume it's going to be around like 120, 124 again. Oh, Dan's not getting put to the high side here. Why'd you turn the mic on and off? I heard that. The 95 is still back there. Now catching up to Dan. Will Josh be able to get back to the lead? And he will. He's going to be down to the inside of Dan here in the 3 and 4. Side by side for the race lead here. Dan would have won that still. Well, pit stops have started. So we're going to watch Josh here. Let's see when he pits. I think they're coming to green 4 now. Will either of these two pit? Josh pits, Dan doesn't. Find Dan. Dan. Staying out on the track. More than likely will get the lead now. Will he pit this time by? And he does. We're going to watch Dan through his pit stop. I don't think they're going to be able to make it to the end, by the way. So Dan might... Yeah, I think they got to make one more. This 24, I think, is their gas cap. That's what Cody did twice. He was the longest person to stay out in the first two runs. Until, you know, his caution. As we watch to see what happens here with Dan. There, well, will the 95 be in comparison to Dan? Well, there's the 95. They will still be together. The 95 actually gets the lead. Will Josh be able to get his first win? As we are coming to the closing stages of the race. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it in gas. We hope they will. Dan, we know, can stay out longer than the 95 because he pit after him. We only have 18 people left running. I think Brandon blew up in the 44. Or he was up before, I don't remember. Josh getting passed now by Dan for the race lead. Side by side. Coming off of, was it 4 or 2? It was off of 4. Now inside of Josh into 1. Dan's gonna get the race lead, but Markle looking to the inside of Dan. It's gonna put both of them on the inside or on the high side. And it does put Dan on the high side now. But I think he's gonna be able to get back in front of Markle. And he does. They push Josh back. You know, 2 cars in between them. I think Dan's got the faster car right now. They both are same on speed. 28.842, 28.843. Or sorry, that's 95. 28.871 to 28.843. Damn. And the 95 and Josh is there. Dan got put to the high side again. Josh down to the inside of him. Josh back to the race lead. As they keep swapping the lead back and forth because of these lap cars in front of them. As these guys technically are racing for the lead lap. Markle, David, and Zach. Dan's right there on the back bumper of the 95. Your top 5 are actually all together, just 3 are basically a lap down. 95 going to the inside of Zach. Josh going to the inside of him, even though it doesn't matter. Dan also gets to the inside of him. Gonna keep pace with the 95 to see if he can win this thing, get his second win. As Josh tries to close on David in the 1, he wants to be leading it versus letting Dan do something like this and put him all the way back to the back. Dan now to the race lead down on the inside of Josh. That would have been a photo finish and it would have been tied, but Dan would have had it. And Malenko's here. He's putting both of them, the 4 and the 12. This is going to hurt the 95. Dan's getting slowed down. Will the 95 get past? And he does. Will these guys be able to make it to the end and fuel? David actually caught up a bit there because of the 12 car. Markle's getting pissed by Zach. It's going to put Markle back to P5. David, he has caught time, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch these two. Sadly. The 95 of Josh has gotten around Zach. He's going to try chasing down Dan, who is starting to pull away. Josh is cushing. We're catching up to some more slow cars here. The 2 again. I think he pit. And the 20 of Dylan. '95 does get underneath the 2. No, don't get to the highest side, Josh. Markle might get under. No, he doesn't. Josh. Dan getting held up by Larry there. Race winner, trying to not really help each other, I guess. The 95 might get passed by the 42 here, and he does. He gets put up by the 00. Rip Josh. Any winning hopes right now. The 95 needs to get to the bottom, and he's not going to be able to. The 18's going to go around him. 95 needs to go to the bottom now, and he's going to do it. He might have a chance, but Dan's pretty far up there now. What is the gap this time by for Josh? 0.7 back. I mean, he's still there, but will he be able to get there? Dan's just trying to put David a lap down while Markle's trying to get one back again. Josh is catching back up, but will they hit the pit? Dan got put to the high side. This is actually going to help Josh. Josh goes back to the inside as Dan, is up there on the high side. We'll get underneath Dan for the race lead here. They're going to be coming 2:07 to go this time by. Josh either just made the right move or not. Might be a little early, and people are pitting, so depending on if these two hit the pit or not is what's going to happen. If one of them stays out, we're going to follow them. As we're caught up to Malenko here. Or something, yeah. It's Malenko again. Josh has to get to the inside of Dan. No, why'd you go high, Josh? You need to get... Oh, they both... Josh needs to go low here. And he does. Dan's still there. Do either of these two have to pit? These cars are both slow, the 4 and 12. And they're going to be side by side here. Dan gets turned by Malenko. He got redemption. Oh no, is that going to end the race? There is a caution. We're going to go find Dan though. There's Dan. Right there. Oh man. Dan gets turned. It does look like Malenko came down into him. He got his redemption. Let's go on board with Malenko here. Malenko's had enough of this shit. And he does. He turns right into Dan. Even though he's racing for the lead, Dan definitely has damage. Josh might have just been handed this win. So we're going to go back to Josh. Go back to TV1 and see what happens here. Josh pits. Did any of them get back on the lead lap? I don't think so. Oh man, what a race this was. Even though almost everybody's a lap down, Dan got fucked by Malenko at the end. On lap 141 or 142 of 147. That was something. That was definitely something. Oh, how far will Dan be? And Dan's still in it. It only depends on how much damage it actually gave him. Where is Dan starting? 3 cars in between them. Larry's really slow. Oh boy. This right here can get interesting. Markle, Luis, and David secure top 5 with everybody behind them 2 laps down. Nobody else out of the race, but Malenko did his job. Got his retaliation from Dan spinning him at, I think it was what, Rockingham or Vegas? Dan spun him out and they got him back. I do think we'll be going green. As Malenka's still out there chugging along. Let's sit with the pace car, see if we'll be able to go green. Alright. Looks like we will be going green this time. So we're gonna go back to Josh. You know, we're inside, 10 laps to go, so there will be no double file restart here. Because the cars just look weird on the banking when they are sideways like this. This race is gonna hit almost an hour and a half completely. Or that it did already. Might hit 40 minutes. I don't think we will. Or the video might, but the race won't. Alright. I'll be starting this time. Merkel looks like to have P3 as of right now. David's right there though to get it. Same with Luis. Both right behind the 95. Dan's right behind Luis. But they have a double O of Larry who's super slow right in front of them. So whoever gets around him first will be good. Josh gets around the slow 4 car. Dan looks like he is okay. We might still be able to have a race if Josh gets put to the high side at all. But there's Malenko up there on the high side. Looks like Josh is going to be able to get his first win. We're going to have 1 lap to go this time by. As long as he doesn't get put to the high side, everything should be okay. And Josh. Oh, I thought he was going to go to the high side for a second. He would have just screwed himself if he would have. Josh is going to come around to get his first win of the season with Dan in P2. Merkel is going to get P3. Josh gets his first win. Merkel does finish on the lead lap. The only other person to. 29.4 seconds down. Everybody else is going to be getting on the pit road now. I'm just going to make sure everything's official. Let everybody finish. Get on the pit road. Whereas the rest of them, I think, do have to make another lap like Merkel. Not really sure. They all just have to come on up here. And we're gonna wait for Dylan because he looks like he'll be the last one to get on. Make sure everything's official. Way too many lap down cars this time, but it happens, I guess. Alright, looks like Adam will be the last one. And done. We're gonna hit done now. And Tristan's still leading the points here. He did finish 7th. Dan should have gained some on him. 72-point lead by Tristan over Zach, Dan, Larry, Adam, Ben, Randy, Merkel, David, and Jacob. Because we're going to actually go to the standings, and next time is Bristol. That'll be interesting. Jacob, who won, or Josh, who won this race. It's only 17th in points. But I'm pretty sure he did move up out of the point, in the point standing. Emerson is somehow 14th. Somehow. Malenko drops to 20th, I'm pretty sure. Troy. Wait, what? Why? The fuck? Well, he's. What? He's right here. That's confusing. And next time we'll see you guys from Bristol for 250 laps. Probably the most laps any race will have, other than Martinsville. But your top 10 points, here you go. Only 2 drivers got 4 top 10s so far this year. Tristan, Zach. That's why these 2 are first and second in points, but Zach's 72 back. He is the biggest gap, I think, from the next position, other than whatever the hell this is. I don't know why this is here. But Troy, 25th. I should delete that off. Troy, 25th. Right down here. Still gonna export this just in case. And then we'll exit. And I'll see you guys next time for Bristol.